I'd like to call the North Branford Board of Education meeting to order on Wednesday, October 21st. Can I, oh geez, sorry, at 7:02 p.m. Roll call.
Chairman Papa Holzer.
Here.
Vice Chair Candelora.
Here.
Secretary Sienna.
Here.
Gina Balsamo.
Here.
Vincent Mace. Marcy Nafrio.
Here.
Cynthia Rice.
We'll salute the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any visitors? Today? There's no student representatives. I know there's approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the September 30th, 2020 Board of Education special meeting as submitted.
Second. Discussion? Mary, I know you noted a correction, and we don't need to do anything about that, correct? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I have to abstain. I wasn't here.
Okay. Oh, Carolyn, it's an abstention.
Yep.
Okay. Personnel? Marcia, want to make a
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve the retirement resignation from Miss Elizabeth Lazari, English teacher at North Branford High School, effective November 1, 2020, after 35 years of dedicated service to the students of North Branford with grateful appreciation.
second?
Which one? I forgot to the difference.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ms. Lazari was a great teacher. My kids have her, so I can speak to her firsthand. I'm sad to see her go. Appointments, there are none. Leaves,
We will address those during executive session. I'll update you on 3 requests for
okay.
leaves.
Okay. Superintendent report. Wow, this is
Yep.
really, did I miss a page?
No.
Oh, great.
It's the COVID packet. This is what everything is condensed when we don't have a lot of things happening with school events, outside events, meetings and things.
I prefer the fuller packet as
It's
opposed
really
to the COVID
tight.
packet.
We don't have any recognition. We will have a donation that I'm going to bring to you at the next board meeting. I was approached and I accepted on your behalf because I think you would accept it and I need to move. We have a playground piece of equipment that our PTO has donated at Jerome Harrison School. It was something that they had been raising money for. They didn't think they were going to be able to raise enough money to purchase it this year. Their goal was next year, but they had a windfall of success. So they're going to come to the meeting next month. So I'm assuming you're going to approve their playground equipment, which they desperately need out front. Franny Marola took out a set of swings today and worked with us in preparation.
Oh,
so we hopefully will have this piece in the next 6 to 8 weeks. That's our plan. So we're excited about that. And they're going to come and do a little presentation and we'll thank them. Okay? The communications are attached. I'm not going to obviously go through the 3 pages, but you'll see what the buildings have been doing, the administration and the staff. They've been really busy. These are unprecedented times, and what the teachers and administrators have been doing to try to create a sense of normalcy during these times and keeping our kids engaged and upbeat and positive has been nothing shy of miraculous. So I want to publicly thank them and encourage you to look through when you get a chance all of the good things that are happening in the buildings, and we'll keep you updated as we move through. I did send a letter or an email to you last week about the half days in starting November 1st. It's my job, it's my responsibility to gauge with my administrative team the load of what everyone's doing in the district. And with what's been put upon everyone with distance learning and in-person learning, I really felt strongly that we needed to give something time for preparation, for planning, for the ability to work together. And they have been amazing, all of them, administrators and teachers, with adapting to change. We were one of the 50 percentile schools that came back full live. We have not wavered. We continue to believe that the best thing for our students is to be back in school with their teachers together. And that being said, they need a little time. So I think we're appreciative of that, and I know the administrative team echoed that as well.
And it's not just preparation. I mean, as I said, I have kids, nieces, nephews, children of my own in the school system, and the teachers and administrators aren't just handling the academics of in-person and online, but they're dealing with adjustments to coming back to school,
Sure.
mental health issues, because pieces
Yeah.
of children's lives have been stripped away. So
Yeah.
it's just so much more complex than it normally is, which is already complicated
Right.
and trying to be mentors for youth and trying to make sure that they grow up
Yeah.
well-adjusted. So yeah, a half day is the least we can do. And happy teachers and administrators make happy children.
Absolutely. So that's it for communications. We don't have any field trips at this time. We're not going anywhere. We are playing fall sports right now. So we are actively playing boys and girls soccer. We're running cross country, and we are playing field hockey. So I'm not missing anything. Mr. Stuffler, Mr. Glutz, those are the sports
Yeah.
right now that are going on. Our kids are fully engaged.
Nice.
There's restrictions on attendance, there's restrictions on wearing of masks, there's protocols in place with distancing. Our teams have done an amazing job of adhering to those restrictions. We're counting and taking names of everyone that comes into the stands, and just making sure we're following what the health department is getting us to do. And you can just see the kids, they're so happy to be back participating, to be competing, to be playing. There's such a void when they don't have that, and it's really evident. They're very appreciative of it, and I know our coaches are as well. So they're doing great.
Laurie Connolly too is doing a bang-up job. She's
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
she's seeing people without masks. She's like, you guys got to move them up. You got to this, you got to that.
Yeah.
And she does it in such a classy way.
Yep, she's on roller
Like
skates.
she's awesome.
Yep.
So big shout out
Thank
to her
you.
because she's very diplomatic about it, and I know it's probably not easy.
No, and she balances a lot. With,
She does.
You know, a teacher, an AD, a mom, a coach. She's got a lot.
The
and
emails and the signing up and the this and the that. I mean, she's doing.
Yeah.
And she's so diplomatic about it, which is what I
Mm-hmm.
give her a lot of credit for too. Like she could tell somebody to put their mask on, and she's really nice about it. And
Yep.
they listen, and I mean, she's just running back and forth, making sure everything's copacetic. So
And that's huge because we want to keep our kids
Yeah.
playing sports because that's a huge
Absolutely.
part of their life. So we understand that there's a responsibility with that to keep everybody safe as well. So it's so nice to hear that shout out to Lori, and I would definitely echo that.
Yep. Thank you.
So Scott, just quick, so while they're playing, they're wearing masks?
No, so if you're on the side or in the stands,
Okay.
if you're playing volleyball indoors, I miss volleyball. If you're
miss
playing
volleyball.
volleyball, you wear a mask inside. You compete with the mask on. And that's worked out. That's been okay. The kids, they want to play. So it's a small sacrifice, but we're fully engaged in 3 or 4 weeks of competition. So everyone's doing well. Yep. How were the ribs last night? A little sore?
yeah, she's not.
She's tough. Our goalie took one to the rib cage,
two.
but she's a trooper.
Yeah.
Okay, COVID-19 update. Without going into any details, I always send an email to you and update you if there's anything with a quarantine or a positive test and keep you in the loop. We're not putting anything out if someone isn't feeling well and goes home. Everything is coming off of a test, and we're using the one that is accurate, the PCR test.
Yeah.
We're not using quick tests on that. We're keeping people out so that they get accurate results. So we have a great plan in place. The 65-page opening plan that gives the administrators and central office a protocol that we stick to, and we're in concert with our health advisor and East Shore Health, and it just seems to be working and very efficient. So we're going to keep moving along day by day with our plan. Any questions on anything with COVID or specific to that?
No.
No? Okay. I'll turn it over to Ms. Vaughn for the...
Okay. So you have a summary in front of you. Have not met in the month of October with the town finance department. Hopefully we can get something scheduled soon. In regard to the 1920 budget, our auditors are here and doing their field work and testing. We still have a little over $437,000 in 1920 POs that are open, and we're working on closing those out very soon, actually by the end of this month. The 2% balance that the town council allowed us to carry over, the $642,000 will be placed in a separate fund, and we're going to name that Fund 25.
Just not 2020.
25. And right now, the unaudited remaining balance in our account for 1920 is $37,354. That may or may not change depending on the audit. In regards to 2021, if you look through your report, you'll see there are a lot more encumbrances now than there were last month. The majority of our salary lines are now encumbered. We will get encumbrances in for our security guard, our sanitizers, our greeters, our nursery monitors. Those have not yet been done. The other thing for salaries that haven't been done yet is our coaching stipends and student advisors for different groups and clubs. Usually we do not encumber those because we'll get notification of who the advisor is and then we pay them. So unless we get a heads up, those will not be encumbered. Anything that's variable, like a homebound tutor or a bus aid, those will not be encumbered. They will just be paid as the timesheets come in. In regard to the report itself, I just want to draw your attention to Object 260, which is unemployment. During the months of July and August, we actually had unemployment bills in excess of $18,000 for each month. When the encumbrance was done, we, in error, did the 18,000 by 12 months. Obviously, it's not going to be that, so we're going to go back in and adjust that. But I do think it's important that you know that those 2 months were very high in unemployment, and they ranged from people who may have lost some hours due to COVID, or positions that didn't happen, such as the Family Resource Center after school. Those positions did not happen and they were not paid. So there were a few of those claims. Object 621 is for natural gas. We are going to monitor this as the year goes on. I took a look at it because last month I reported that I thought maybe it was an error because the number was so high.
Yeah.
But when I did look at the encumbrances, we actually encumbered for different account numbers. So, meaning account, for Direct Energy and Southern Connecticut Gas. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and as the invoices actually come in, I'll be able to get a better idea of what the amount should be. So it may lessen. I'm hoping it will lessen, but right now I don't.
Why is it so high?
And I'm sorry?
Why is it so high?
We went off of last year, an average of last year. So there could have been a mistake in the calculation. There could have been something coded to that line that wasn't actually natural gas and got caught up in the number. But as we continue to dig, hopefully I'll get that answer.
And if not, maybe we look at a reassessment of why it's that high. I mean, not that you can necessarily control it, but I mean, it would be nice to know.
Right.
Since it's really high.
It is. It's quite over what I had budgeted.
Yes.
Do all 4 buildings have natural gas?
No, this building and Totucket has oil.
That's what I thought, so it's only the other side.
Yes.
They're dual. So
Well, I would
we
guess
have the
that
option.
maybe the high
The
school
other
is
side
efficient.
are dual fuel.
Yeah, but that's really high.
You just don't employ that.
Yeah.
So I'll keep digging at it and keep you posted.
Yeah.
As we talked about last month, Object 721, that is the burner boiler replacement for the burner at the auditorium. That's the $23,000. And then Object 730 under equipment, there were 27 air conditioners that we bought for Totucket and the high school. We bought some shelving for the facilities department, and we bought a compass clean machine for the high school, which is a touchless floor machine. I actually looked it up to see what it was, and it's pretty high tech. It removes soil and bacteria without the operator having to touch anything. The cleaning solution is dispensed at a safe pressure. It rinses, and then it vacuums up so the surface dries in a third of the time of the conventional method, and so you're saving time and you're increasing productivity.
Wow, I like that.
And next month I will have budget transfers for you, so we'll go over those. We're still working on putting together the grants and other funds into the Alio system, so we're also bringing over Family Resource Center, and as I mentioned, the 2% carryover will be known as Fund 25.
Yep.
And for our health insurance, we did a full audit of our invoices and our employees to make sure who we were being billed for is who actually had coverage. We did the coverage class, which is single, two, or family. We made sure the premium contribution was correct and that the payroll deduction was correct. So all those things will be in Friday's check, and they'll be accurate, which I'm happy about because it was a big undertaking. We also created invoices for retirees, which had never been done before, and it opened the communication with the retirees, which is kind of nice. They have somebody to ask questions to now. I get to know them a little bit better, and I think it's the start of a nice communication and relationship between the retirees and the district.
I have a question, I'm going to bring it up now. When are we meeting with the town regarding the software?
I'm on that next.
Okay. I just saw cell tower.
I wrapped that into the next town manager communication meeting.
I'm ready for that.
So I'll hand it over.
So I'll segue. This week? Yesterday, communication came in from Town Hall regarding the combined software package that we were looking to use for the educational piece with the town side. And in the communication from the town side, there were problems with the software package that we were looking to use. We had meetings with the vendor. We were happy with the direction that we were going in. And there seemed to be some complications on the other side of town with some suggestions of looking at other software. Martha had communicated back and forth and CC'd me, and through conversations, we're going to have a joint meeting, because one of the charges when we looked at consolidation, the first thing that we wanted to do was have a software package that was compatible and user-friendly for both sides, and now we're at a crossroad with where we do not want to be. So we're going to reach out to Town Hall tomorrow, and the communications from both sides will get a meeting ASAP before we spend. We have set aside monies, $144,000 for our software side of it. The town has their responsibility for their side, which I believe is about the same.
They approved our amount at the town council meeting in April.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go. We just need to make sure that we have a package, and Martha's looking at other districts that are using the package that we want to use and that they're happy with it, because it has to work for us. We're the lion's share of the number of employees and the size of our budget, and it has to be educational software that aligns with the state and everything that we have to do, or it's going to be a mess.
Yeah. So let's put a target date on that meeting, because
We're hoping early November.
Early November?
When we have a meeting, we know November 10th is the next council meeting, but we know that there's other things happening with the council based upon a project that we're mutually interested in.
Yeah, and that's also my daughter's birthday, so it would not behoove me to miss her birthday. It would not.
I haven't given you a date yet.
But I'm just saying, don't make it November 10th, so.
Oh, no, that's the council meeting.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I'm saying,
didn't want it beforehand.
I'm saying if we can meet prior to that meeting, the 10th, and piggyback off of this other meeting that may happen, we don't know about it, early November.
Yeah.
For discussions, we would try to get on that so everyone's not coming out a third night in November.
Yeah,
Okay? So we want to push that. We want it
Yeah.
moving.
yeah, I know.
All right?
Stop.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay. Did I miss anything with
No.
that communication and with the software? Okay. The second piece I have down there is the cell tower. We know at the last meeting, I shared that I was going to meet with the gentleman, and then he was going to walk me up and show me where the site was. Well, prior to that happening, we had scheduled a Friday date. There was a town council meeting on Tuesday night prior that I went to, and the cell tower was taken off the table. So
So it's no longer.
Thank you.
we're,
Okay.
there's no cell tower talk right now. This
Awesome.
doesn't involve anything with us, so that's good news. The renovation project, last night Rusty presented, and it went really well. O&G was there talking about the financial piece. So they went through 3 different scenarios of fix up, leave the building, a renovate is new, and then the brand new site on the new location. So we were probably there for about an hour and 15 minutes talking about it. There were a lot of good questions, and they were able to, answer them and provide them with all the information. So the 27th, next week, the state is going to have a Zoom call, so the ad hoc committee is going to meet, and then we're going to have the Zoom committee meeting. They're going to ask their questions with the state, and then we'll have more information from there with the direction that they want to go in. So it's moving along. Next week on the 27th is the phone call, and then after that, I'm sure we'll get updates on where we want to go from there.
And they did the perk test, they drilled over there.
Yes.
They did the site plan.
So about 2 weeks ago, the person, I can't remember the name of the company that did the test, but was there, and our town crew did the dig and did the bore hole, which was actually much bigger than just the bore drilling, but went down 8 or so feet, and it was clean, so we were really happy. So that was the news we wanted. We love the new design. Not that I'm pushing the new design. We love the new design. We love the location of it. We really enjoyed our visit to Morgan High School to see state-of-the-art learning environment for our high school students, and I think that got everyone charged up to we deserve this too. So it was good. So we'll know more next week. And that's it. Committee reports.
Committee report.
Then moving along, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement between the North Branford Board of Education and Local 1303-228 of Connecticut Council Number 4 AFSCME AFL-CIO Secretaries, the period of July 1, 2020 through June 30, 2023.
Second. Discussion?
Just one question. It's under new business to adjourn for that.
It's what?
It's got an asterisk.
1303-228 is where it's under a motion to adjourn. The next page, new business.
Because we know the details, they don't.
Right.
Okay, so I'll withdraw for now.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and.
We'll talk about it in executive.
Good catch.
Just a technical.
Yeah, because you guys don't know what we
Yeah,
know.
I was like, what is this? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the secretary of negotiation. Curriculum? There was no meeting, pension no meeting, policy no meeting. Was there a meeting for ACES, Jenna?
Yes, there was. So, my glasses on. They are offering on Wednesdays professional development by Zoom. That's the day for most of the schools that have the hybrid. They have Wednesdays off, so they do that for teacher development every Wednesday. It's called What I Need. They're looking for a new school, or building, I should say, for Thomas Edison Magnet School, which is currently in Cheshire, but Cheshire wants their building back. So they're currently looking at Chase Collegiate School in Waterbury, Connecticut, as a new building site, and it's a really, really beautiful.
It's a really nice facility.
It's beautiful building, beautiful. It's like a campus. So they're in negotiations now with them. So they offered a tour, but I wasn't able to go to the tour. So they're currently doing their health staff program. So it's an in-house urgent care for their 1,000 employees, so that they can go there for COVID testing or any other kind of issues that they're having, to keep them from having to go into more public care facilities. They also have an open daycare for all their employees. It's at the Middle School Road, because a lot of the teachers like us, some of their kids are home, they're working full-time, their schedules don't match up, so they are offering daycare for their employees. Next month, at the board meeting, we will have, they're gonna give approval for the service prices and tuitions. So next month, you should, by the end of the month, probably get notices about what the tuition.
I'm sure they're not going down. I think it's safe to say.
I doubt they're going down, but they are offering early retirement. It's going to be up to 40. It's going to be offered to 40 teachers, and hope to reduce their overall costs, which hopefully will mean tuition will not rise too much. Hopefully.
It's going on.
They're doing a lot of equity and diversity training, and implicit bias training. Their staff is all together reading the book, so you want to talk about race. They're trying to do a lot of communication about race issues. I'm doing a leadership academy, which is equity and inclusion, and they're sending 15 candidates to a teacher prep program. It's like a 14-month program, and which we'll talk about race and diversity. And where we discussed the nurses' pay scale, and we did increase the pay scale for the nurses that work in ACEs. They had 3 COVID cases. One was in Village School, one was in Winter, and one was in West Haven Collaborative School. And but all the schools were able to stay open. They did the same contact tracing we did, and did that. So that was pretty much the meeting.
Great, thank you. No building committee, no communications committee. Let's do visitors and press and go to the board, and then we'll go to executive session. That seem fair? I don't.
Sure.
Are there any visitors and press for today? No. Okay, go to the board.
I just want to say, still a month into it, a month and a half into it, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. The teachers, custodians, everybody, administrators, these kids are happy to be back. They truly, truly are. You guys are doing a great job.
Ben enjoyed his bee assembly, which was virtual, and he was excited. He came home talking about it, and then I watched it with him, and he was very excited. So and it was a very nice, nicely put together. It was very.
Did you recognize the opening bee?
Yeah, I did really appreciate it, especially like they're just moving while you're talking. So yeah, that was very good. And he's also very excited about the playground, although he doesn't think he'll be able to play on it. But he's hoping for the best.
Global warming.
Yes,
We may be
fingers
playing in
crossed.
January if it stays warm.
I don't know, because I've got a pre-K, and all he does in school is play outside in the playground. That's it. He doesn't
Well, they have it by
outside.
ages, so he's kindergarten, so I don't know what this one's open to. So he's very upset he only gets to play in the fire, fire truck.
This past weekend, the girls' soccer had their senior night. It got moved. It was supposed to be Saturday night or Friday night, but because of the rain, and they won their first game of the season on senior night. So
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
yeah.
Love it.
All right, then I'll make a motion to adjourn to executive session as per section 1-225 of the Connecticut General Statutes, as permitted by section 1-206A of the Connecticut General Statutes, to discuss agenda items 7C, leave requests, and 9A, negotiations, status of negotiations between the North Branford Board of Education and Local 1303-228 of the Connecticut Council Number 4, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, secretaries, and unaffiliated salary increases.
I'll second. Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcy Nafrio.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Michael Auger, Supervisor of Food Services for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, Mary?
Chairman Papaholzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Candelora,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Jana Balsamo,
Yes.
Marcy Nafrio.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Anne Marie McCarthy, Supervisor of Family Resources for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, Mary?
Chairman Papaholzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Candelora,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Jana Balsamo,
Yes.
Marcy Nafrio.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Douglas Handy, Technology Specialist for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, Mary?
Chairman
I feel
Papaholzer,
like a broken record, like it's Groundhog Day. Yes.
Vice Chair Candelora,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Jana Balsamo,
Yes.
Marcy Nafrio.
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Bruce Williams, Technology Director for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second.
All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. Discussion? Sorry. I take it
Did we
back.
already do him? Is he on there twice? I thought we already did him.
I did,
Bruce William.
no, I did Doug Handy,
Okay.
right? I didn't do him, right?
No.
All right, I was just making sure. Okay.
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Chairman Papaholzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Candelora,
Yes.
Secretary Sienna,
Yes.
Jana Balsamo,
Yes.
Marcy Nafrio.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve an unpaid leave through the 2021 school year for Jacqueline Nastri, a paraprofessional.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve an unpaid leave through the 2021 school year for Todd Baldessaro, teacher at NBIS.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. And the last, to approve an unpaid leave through the 2021 school year for Lauren Zaccardi, teacher at NBHS.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Nick, you want to say on the next?
Yep. The next regular Board of Education meeting is scheduled for Thursday, November 19th.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All
Sorry.
in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Let me just